Welcome everyone, this guide is about the best pyro 5-star damage dealers, HuTao. I will quickly go through her kit, talents and passives, then on to artifacts, substats, and weapons. HuTao is a single-target focused pyro main DPS, specializing in charged attacks. At level 90, she has the highest base HP in the game, at 15,552, and has an ascension bonus of crit damage, 38.4% at level 90. Starting with normal attacks, she has decent scalings all around, but what really matters is the charged attack, which has a massive multiple of 242.56% of attack at level 10. HuTao's elemental skill, Guide to Afterlife, consumes 30% of current HP when used and enters Paramita Papilio state. During Paramita Papilio state, HuTao has increased resistance to interruption and gains an attack bonus based on 6.26% of max HP at level 10. This attack bonus has a limit of 400% bonus, which can be reached only at very high HP. During Paramita Papilio Sate, HuTao's normal and charged attacks are converted into pyro damage and cannot be overridden. When a charged attack hits an enemy, a blood blossom will be applied on the enemy, dealing pyro damage every 4 seconds, scaling on 115.2% of attack. Each enemy can only be affected by one blood blossom, which lasts 8 seconds. The Paramita Papilio states lasts for 9 seconds and has a cooldown of 16 seconds. Spirit Soother, HuTao's elemental burst, deals AoE pyro damage and heals once for every enemy hit, up to a max of 5 enemies. Spirit Soother scales on 493.95 pre-send attack at level 10. It's important to note that when you use the elemental skill and enter the Paramita Papilio state, your attack increases, so you will deal more damage from elemental burst while in Paramita Papilio. The elemental burst heal 10.2% of max HP at level 10 for each enemy hit to a maximum of 5 enemies. When HuTao's HP is below 50%, Spirit Soother will deal more damage and heal more, dealing 607.44% of attack at level 10 and healing 13.6% of max HP at level 10. HuTao's Elemental Burst has a cooldown of 16 seconds and an energy cost of 60. Now moving on to passives, HuTao's first passive is a cooking passive. When HuTao cooks a dish perfectly, she has an 18% chance of receiving a suspicious dish of the same type. Her second's passive, Flutter By, grants all party members, except HuTao, 12% extra crit rate after the duration of Paramita Papilio ends. The bonus crit rate lasts for 8 seconds. HuTao's third passive grants her 33% extra crit rate when current HP is equal or below 50% max HP. This passive is a huge damage buff, so it's important to try and keep HuTao under 50% HP. I don't usually talk about constellations, but HuTao's first constellation makes HuTao's charged attack not consume any stamina during Paramita Papilio state. This means you could do 2 or more charged attacks without any concerns on stamina consumption. This also allows you to dash cancel, but that is not something I am going to cover in this guide. You don't need to pull for the first constellation, but it's a strong upgrade for your HuTao. HuTao has a lot of team option as she is a very flexible unit. You will first want to pair her with a hydro or cryo support to enable vaporize or melt. Preferably, Yellen or Xingqi, as their hydro application is amazing for HuTao. And a shielder for a comfy playstyle, keeping HuTao at low HP without risking HuTao dying. The last spot is a flex spot. You can add another hydro unit to gain plus 20% HP hydro resonance, or another pyro unit, and even dendro unit to enable burgeon, or an anemo unit to swirl. HuTao's has 2 main artifact options. You can either go for 4-piece Crimson Witch of Flames or 4-piece Shimenawa's Reminiscence. 4-piece Shimenawa's Reminiscence is slightly stronger than 4-piece Crimson Witch of Flames. Shimenawa's Reminiscence, 2-piece bonus increases attack by 18%, and the 4-piece bonus activates. If your HuTao have 15 or more energy when casting the elemental skill, if you have more than 15 energy, you will lose 15 energy and in turn gain 50% charged and normal attacks. Bonus: Crimson Witch of Flames is 2-piece. Bonus increases pyro damage by 15%, and the 4 bonus increases Overloaded and Burning and Burgeon damage by 40%, and increase Melt and Vaporize damage by 15%. When using the elemental skill, The two-piece effect bonus will be increased by 50% for 10 seconds and can be stacked a maximum of 3 times. Since HuTao can only cast her elemental skill once, you will effectively gain 22.5 extra pyro damage from the set bonuses. Although Shimenawa's Reminiscence is slightly better, it comes with a drawback of losing energy, so you may not be able to burst frequently, and its energy mechanism may be harder to play. So in a scenario where you burst every rotation, Crimson Witch of Flames will be better over time. But that is usually not the case, and you should decide which set is better for you based on substats. In my case, I use Shimenawa's Reminiscence because I have much better pieces since I farmed the emblem domain a lot. There is also a third option of Gilded Dreams, but I don't recommend using it on HuTao as it's much better being on a support instead of the main DPS. Although, if you stack the 4-piece bonus to the max, it's comparable to Crimson Witch of Flames. If you do not wish to farm a 4-piece set, you could mix any 2-piece HP, Pyro damage, Elemental Mastery sets. These combinations are not as good as the Crimson Witch of Flames and Shimenawa's Reminiscence, but for starter build, it's decent until you farm a full 4-piece set. For main stats, if you have less than a 100 Elemental Mastery, is it actually better to go for an Elemental Mastery, Sands over and HP % Sands, as HuTao needs Elemental Mastery to buffer Vaporize or Melt reaction. And in most cases, go for whichever has better substats. For your Goblet, you need Pyro damage, and the Circle is crit rate or damage whichever you need more. For your substats, it's encouraged to aim for at least 100 Elemental Mastery without sacrificing crit, then go for crit rate and damage, then HP %. HuTao has low energy requirements, so you don't really need any energy recharge. Moving on to weapons, HuTao has a lot of options, but starting off with the best is Slot. It's going to be her signature weapon Staff of Homa. Staff of Homa has a base attack of 608 and 66% bonus crit damage at level 90. The passive increase HP by 20% at Refinement 1 and 40% at Refinement 5. Additionally, it provides an attack bonus based on 0.8% of max HP at Refinement 1 and 1.6 at Refinement 5. When under 50% HP, the attack bonus is increased by an addition 1% of max HP at Refinement 1 and 1.8% at Refinement 5. Staff of Homa is a great polearm not just for HuTao, but any other polearm user. Staff of Scarlet Sands is decent for HuTao and is the second best weapon behind Staff of Homa. As for 4 stars, both the Battle Pass weapons, Deathmatch, and Ballad of the Fjords are great on HuTao, with Ballad of the Fjords being better, as its passive is utilized better by HuTao. When there are 3 or more elemental types on U-Party, Elemental Mastery will be increased by 120 at Refinement 1 and 240 at Refinement 5. Both weapons have crit rate substat, with Battle of the Fjord granting 27.56% bonus crit rate and Deathmatch granting 36.75 crit rate, both at level 90. For a non-Battle Pass weapon, the best 4-star weapon for HuTao is going to be Dragon's Bane, as it has an Elemental Mastery substat. Lithic Blade is a good option on HuTao, but it requires running your team with Liyue-only characters, resulting in limiting team comps. For a free-to-play choice, your best non-gacha weapon would be the 3-star White Tassel, as it increased charged attack damage and has bonus crit rate. And that's all from my HuTao guide. HuTao is a very strong Pyro DPS, and one that I have been playing since release. There are many guides out there for team comps and charged attack cancels that I would recommend checking out to make full use of your HuTao.